Hi guys, welcome back. It's Angelica. I am going to be checking out another Porcupine Tree song today. I have been so obsessed with them, particularly the Anesthetized song. I have been playing that on repeat for many weeks now, and I just need to hear more from this band, and I want to check out this entire album that Anesthetize is from, Fear of a Blank Planet. And this is the title track from that album, the first song on the album as well, Fear of a Blank Planet. So I'm going to start with this, and I can't wait to check this one out. It is 7.5 minutes long, which I love. So let's do it.
It's always on. I flicker out the screen and moving at your screams. I'm basking in the shit, blowing out of it. I'm stoned in the mall again, terminally bored, shuffling around the stores, and shuffling thing is getting so last year's thing. Xbox is a god to me. My finger on the switch, my mother is a bitch. My father gave up ever trying to talk to me. The shrugs, the prescription drugs, you'll never find a person inside. My face is mothered on. Curiosity is good enough for me. I'm shooting out this as the pills are on the rise. How can I be sure I'm here? The pills that I've been taking confuse me. I need to know that someone sees them. Left us simply I'm not here.
I loved that. Oh my gosh. They are quickly becoming one of my favorite bands. Um, they are so unique and so good. Wow. Okay. So, one of the things that it took me embarrassingly long to key in on with Anesthetize was the profundity of the lyrics in that song, because there's so much going on musically. That is what I connect to first, is what's going on musically. And especially when there's a lot going on in with each instrument and it's very complex, that's where my ear goes, that's where my heart goes first, to listen and connect to that. But as I really have been listening to that song a lot, like over 100 times. And the lyrics have really been I've really been absorbing the lyrics, and I'm hearing a lot of similar themes in this song as I did in Anesthetize. And they're themes that are very interesting and meaningful to me. I'm hearing themes of like drugs, like pills, and it kind of, and I don't mean that in like illicit drugs necessarily, but the way I'm taking it is like prescription pills, like pills that are just prescribed for depression and anxiety, that numb you and alter the way you perceive reality. And there's a lot, like even me looking at the album cover right now, this kid with the eyes staring, fear of a blank planet. These are, I think I'm getting what he's trying to talk about here, maybe with this entire album, and I love it. I really love it. I'm so interested in Steven Wilson. One thing about me when I really get into a band is I love to watch and listen to interviews from people in the band, and I've been dying to do that with him. I've just had a lot going on, and I haven't really been able to do it. But if you know of any great interviews with Steven, I would love to see them. And if you have any recommendations, I would love to know more about him and his background and his musical inspirations and what he's going for with his art, because this is art. This is really well thought out art, really well executed art. He strikes me as very intelligent, very meticulous. And I hear that in the lyrics too, just the struggles of somebody that is so intelligent and observant but is struggling to survive in the world. And usually people that are so intelligent and creative, they deal with a lot. It's a burden in some ways to notice so much about the world and feel so much in the world. Those people do tend to get put on drugs, to help them cope with life. And I hear that in the lyrics here, and I love to hear this being talked about in such a brilliant way. I think he said something about like Xbox is my god or something like that. Yeah, I want to read the lyrics and understand these lyrics as I keep going. But I just wanted to say that the music here is so good as always. As always, you've got like these contrasting colors in the song. The drums, I am just obsessed with Gavin Harrison on these drums. He is so creative, so unique in the way that he plays. It's just, he's so creative. I don't know how else to say it, but just his sense of the groove and what he comes up with and how he plays with time and rhythm and feel, it just adds so much to the song. I can't say that I've ever heard a drummer sound like him. And it's so confidently played too. I love it. Another thing that I have been thinking about is the similarities I'm hearing between Porcupine Tree and Pink Floyd, particularly with the keyboard sounds. The tones of the keyboard sounds, I'm hearing a lot of Rick Wright, colors, like this similar colors that bring out so many textures in the background of the song, similarly to the way Rick Wright did in Pink Floyd. That's Richard Barbieri here with Porcupine Tree, and I don't know if he's coming up with that himself or if that's all designed by Steven Wilson, but it's beautiful and it adds so much to the complexity of the music. Yeah, this was awesome. So there were so many moments that were like crazy time signature. There was one where I could not get it. I must have been alternating between maybe two different ones or more. It was really crazy, but I loved it. This was a great first track on this album. I can't wait to hear the rest of this. They're so good, and I can't wait to see them do this live too. I almost did a live version of this first, but I do tend to like to do the studio ones first and then go to live. So I think there was one from the Tilburg show for this, so I really want to see that next probably. But I really, really loved this. I'm really getting into this band majorly. And I also want to check out Steven Wilson's solo stuff eventually as well. And Gavin Harrison's stuff with Pineapple Thief. Is that right? So there's a lot to look forward to with all of these guys. This is amazing musicianship, amazing creativity. So I'm curious to follow all of these guys in whatever band or project they're in now, because I'm in love. So thanks for watching this with me, and I will see you on the next one.